Hi, Daily Coaching Accountability Partners, David Alpern of Mastery Consulting, to talk to you about the topic of plateaus. What's a plateau? A plateau is when we stalled, when our business is firmly entrenched within a certain range of production or income, and we seem to be stuck there for a nice long period of time, which, by the way, probably applies to almost every single person watching this video, because people that reach out to coaches are trying to break through because they're no longer, they're dissatisfied with where they are at. And they have absolutely no idea why they're still stuck within a certain range of performance. Very, very common pattern. Okay, let me do a kind of a different version of this. If you're starting a business or starting a new endeavor, taking up a new golf game, having a new relationship, building your business, in the beginning, there's all kinds of growth. It's the go-go days, right? Everything's growing. It's growing on all cylinders. Your golf game's improving mightily in only a period of 2-3 months. Your relationship is filled with passion and polarity and excitement and enthusiasm. Your business is growing and you're just working hard. You're excited by the vision and things seem to be moving. And then the plateau kicks in. And the plateau has a tremendous impact on your thinking, your decision-making, and your performance. And for most, it's catastrophic. Let me share with you 3 different patterns for how I've observed people to deal with plateaus in their business and in their life outside of business, if you'll forgive me for saying that. Pattern number 1, the most common pattern, the quitter. The quitter. Somebody takes up golf, they're starting to improve mightily, and then it doesn't seem they're breaking past it. Suddenly it's like, it's the growth is kind of, has hit its peak, and that's it. And now it's like, okay, that was exciting, but I can't figure out how to break through. I'm not willing to dedicate the time and energy. Let's quit. Or relationship. Sparks were flying, but now when you got to deal with day-to-day interactions and it's becoming a little more routine and there's not all these new experiences, a lot of people have a tendency to quit. In business, it's the same thing. Something improves. It could be even a marketing channel that's working for you. And because it's stalled and isn't growing more, you have a tendency to throw it in the garbage can and try to pursue the shiny penny, the next new cool thing. It's a disaster for business and for life. Okay. Second most common pattern I've observed, though it's less common, is the achiever pattern. I am ashamed to say that I fit into this bucket pretty clearly. The achiever is the person that says, I have the work ethic, I have the desire, I have the smarts, the giftedness, the confidence, whatever it is, and I'm going to break through this freaking plateau and get to the next level of performance if it kills me, and by the way, everybody else in my path while I'm at it. The achiever is basically creating this bludgeon. Let me kind of draw this out for you, right? So if you don't mind, we have basically, you start something, a new endeavor, a new marketing channel, a new business, and you're growing like crazy, and then it plateaus. Okay? This is what it looks like. The quitter says, forget it, I'm out. Most common pattern, unfortunately. Okay? You see this even in your profession and in mine. Okay. The achiever says, I'm going to get from here to here if it kills me. And they start creating all kinds of chaos, throwing all kinds of stuff at the wall, destroying their own personal health, their relationships, overworking, self-sabotaging things in order to, and they do break through eventually because they are so fiercely persistent and determined, and they break through to the next level of performance without, by the way, along the way, literally having a catastrophic impact on their own personal health and relationships and clients. There is a better way. And it took me a long time to learn this, and sometimes I don't even model this so beautifully. It's called the path of mastery. It means when we grow and we achieve a level of performance that's sort of stable, which is really the truth of most of the people that I'm working with, what we have to do is recognize, I like to say, plateau. We have to just recognize it and be aware of it and say, look, I could quit, which I'm not going to do. I could be an achiever and throw stuff up against the wall and sort of create chaos and crisis and drama until I get there, which is total waste of time and energy. It's not great leverage and delegation, I might add, but it's not great leverage. Or I could follow the way of the master. I could role model someone that's been there before. And the beauty for you and I is there have been many people that have been down the path that we're seeking to pursue. But all it takes is literally role modeling a master. In Tiger Woods' good old days, I should say, he literally changed his swing, his golf swing, and had a new golf coach right in the middle of his excelling. because he wanted to get to an even greater level of performance. So what he said is, look, there's somebody that's been here. There's somebody that knows better than me that's a master. What I need to do is role model them. When I role model them, I have to be aware that in the short term, there's going to be a little bit of maybe dip in my performance, not dramatic, but incremental, because I need to invest a little bit of time and energy to study and role model masters. But what will happen is there will be a much faster, much smoother bell curve to getting there. That doesn't cause catastrophe for our health and our lives. It just simply means we need to step back. It's like the Tiger Woods golf swing thing, right? He spent some time with a new golf coach, and for a short period of time, he was a little off his game, but boy, did he move to new levels of performance. There are better examples out there for you and for I. For example, in our coaching business, we're modeling a couple of the product offerings, if you will, of people that have much larger, robust businesses. And we're going to pick and choose the elements that we think might work for us in our style. Doesn't mean, it just means we have to build our own mousetrap, right? But when we do that, it might take a step back in order to study. It might take a step back in the short term, a dip, in order to invest time or resources to pursue the next ends. Maybe it's a new product offering, or maybe for me, it's even study to add more tools or refresh my tools in my tool belts when I go out and coach people. But what will happen is a more natural, faster swing with exponential growth. I hope this makes some sense for you folks and that this was valuable to you. My question for you is, in what way can you apply this lesson of mastery specifically to your life? And at least remember, how to deal with plateaus in a better way going forward.